It is AFL prediction time, Dill.
It is, mate.
We did one of these a long time ago, and we're back.
We are.
We're back.
We're
and
here.
we also have Josh Rognetta, who's a friend of ours. We have his predictions sent in as well. Yeah. So we'll have 3 different predictions. We have Brownlow, Rising Star, Coleman Medal, Premiers, and our ladders.
Yeah.
Should we start with your ladder, Dill?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Should I go from first to last or last to first?
Last to first.
Okay. So last place, I've got North Melbourne.
Yes.
They have got the new coach in Clarko, one of the GOATs, but I just don't see where the improvement from the team will come.
Yeah, that's fair.
17th, I've got Essendon.
Okay.
I just think they're really, really bad.
I agree.
West Coast is 16th.
Yeah.
And that's because I watched them play against Adelaide and I thought they were really bad. It's only pre-season. They've got a few players to come back. I thought they were going to be a little bit better than they were. They just looked really slow to me. Like, I think they'll get mauled by a lot of teams. I really do. 15th, I've got GWS.
Okay.
I think it just speaks for itself. I just think that's where they are at the moment. 14th, I've got St Kilda, unfortunately. I want them to be higher for Jack Steele and for Mum. But
we love Jack Steele. I'm back on North Melbourne. We love LDU.
Yeah, and LDU. Yeah. I hope North do better. I just don't see it.
I think LDU will get the most Brownlow votes for North Melbourne.
I think he'll have a great year, like a proper
breakout
star year. Like he's already up there as an elite mid, but I think he'll be like one of those
into the next category. Yeah.
13th, I've got Hawthorn.
Yep.
All right. They've lost some players, haven't they? They've obviously got a few coming back from injury, but I just don't believe in them.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe in them. 12th, I've got Gold Coast.
Okay.
A lot of people are putting them up and around the 8.
Slipping a bit from last. Oh, no, that's about where they were last
year.
Yeah,
they're one of those teams that has to prove it to me.
Yeah.
I can't back them until they prove it. 11th, I've got Adelaide.
Yep.
Last year we had 8 wins. I think we'll be better by about 2-3 games. That puts us in that 40-point range, which I think will be 11th or 10th, but I'm going to go 11th.
All right.
Okay, 10th, the Bulldogs.
Okay.
Right? I don't think they're making the 8.
Missing out.
I don't know why. Just how I feel.
That's fair.
That someone has to be 10th, and I think they're 10th.
This is your ladder, not anyone else's. 9th,
I'm going Port. They've got some improvements, but I just think there's something off about them.
Yes.
Hinkley's had his time. I don't know. I think there's some not great energy there. I don't know, and I just don't think they're making...
You know, a bold prediction I have. I know this is yours, but I think Adelaide will be better than Port this year.
Oh, I'd love for that to be true. Okay. Yeah, I would. 8th, I'm going Carlton.
So they sneak in.
I think Carlton do sneak in. I don't have a lot of faith in them. They've been overrated every year for 10 years.
Because you and I... Okay, there's Vic bias, and it's real, okay? Yep. We have heard Carlton are going to make the 8 for the last 10 years.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Their team is stacked. They've got 2 Coleman medalist forwards pretty much. They should be top 4. They've got a Brownlow medalist. Everywhere's good.
Every year they should be top 4.
But they fail every year, and they need to prove it to me. So 8th. 7th, I'm going Collingwood.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to have as good a year as last year, but they'll still be up there. They have some nice additions to the team. Now it gets juicy. 6th, I'm going to go Richmond.
Okay.
I like their additions. Taranto, Hopper. If Dusty's back, gives them a bit of lift. They got Lynch.
Yep.
Who is a very good forward.
Freak. Yep.
We'll see what happens with them. 5th place, I'm going Geelong because I've put someone else in the 4 that I think is going to be there. I think they're obviously the defending champions. They're the premiers. They're a great team, but not everyone can make the 4, can they? So they're out of it. 4th place, I'm going to go Fremantle. Yep, because I think if there's any time, it's now. Team's looking good, building strong, had a good year last year. WA home ground advantage, there's always wins there. So I'm putting Freo 4th. I'm putting Brisbane 3rd.
Okay.
Again, I think they're one of those teams that the time has to be now. They've got some nice additions with Dunkley and Gunston, add some firepower. Sydney 2nd. I don't see, even though they did get flogged in the grand final, and a lot of teams don't come back from that, I think their team's just elite.
Yep.
They're young, they're ready to go, they've got everything, and then I think Melbourne will finish top.
Yeah.
Because I just think, again, I can't see them not being better than last year.
Okay. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be the exact same as last year, so that's why I threw three on the 4, Carlton in the 8.
There are some teams here that I have no belief in.
Yeah.
Which is why they're down the bottom of mine. 18th, North Melbourne. There's a lot of talk about Clarko bringing them up, like you were saying.
I believe in him, but I just don't think they have it.
He needs years as well.
Yes,
because
years,
if
bro.
you look at the back end of his Hawthorn career, a pretty average team, couldn't do anything with them. They were rubbish.
He needs years.
If he still has an average team at North, I don't know if he can bring them up. I've actually gone Hawthorn 17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just think, they played really well in the preseason game against Collingwood. They did. I just don't
Not
think...
believe in it?
I don't believe it, no. 16th West Coast.
Yep.
I'd love to see them down there. I just don't think, like what you were saying with the age thing, and Geelong just know how to do it. It almost seems like West Coast have lost the hunger from their premiership.
Yeah, I definitely think that they're going to be in trouble this year.
From what I've seen, they don't have a clear game style or identity at the moment.
Not at the moment.
No.
They seemed lost when I watched.
15th, Essendon.
Yep.
Not very good.
Yeah.
St Kilda 14th.
Yep.
I've gone, again, love Jack Steele. 13th, I've gone Gold Coast.
Okay.
So it's one less than what you had them, I believe. I like Gold Coast. I like seeing them do well.
If they made the 8, it'd be exciting.
Oh, I'd be happy for them, for sure.
But again, they just need to prove it to me that they can do it.
GWS. Now, I would have had them at like 15th, 16th if I hadn't have watched their preseason and looked at their list. They've actually still got a lot of good players on their list. So, I don't fear for them too much. I know they lost.
They'll be up a little bit around the mark.
They should beat the teams below them. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's fair.
11th, I've got Port.
Yep. Okay.
Right? Okay, in the preseason game, they did okay. They got beaten by about 5 goals to Freo. They were in the contest, but they just didn't have any final touch.
I think there's something off about Port.
Yeah. Adelaide 10, a lot of desire. I love the young players. They're trying really hard.
I do think we're going in the right direction.
And I think if you've got 22 blokes on the field that are trying their guts out and they're like dying for each other, you'll get wins.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be worse than last year.
9th, I've gone the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you don't have them in either.
Just missing out. They scraped in last year. They were in 8th, played
so that's
Freo.
just Carlton had one of the biggest fumbles of all time
Yes.
to make finals.
These other 8 teams are better. In my eyes, I think they're better.
Yeah.
8th, I've got Carlton.
Yep.
They make it. They have to. It's been years.
If they don't, I don't want to hear another word about Carlton till the day I die.
Yep.
And I already don't really want to hear
They've literally
about
got
them.
2 of the best forwards we've seen in the last 10 years.
Brownlow medalist.
Yeah, they got a Brownlow medalist.
Reigning Brownlow medalist.
They've got
their defense is
a
great.
cancer survivor in defence who's a king.
Yeah.
A god.
They've got everything to make finals. They should have definitely made it last year. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. 7th, Richmond. A lot of people over East have them top 4. I don't think they're that good.
No.
Watching them last year, I wasn't too impressed. Like, whatever they had when they were winning, they don't have anymore, I don't think. 6th, I've gone Freo.
Is that same spot as last year?
5th last year. I think we'll still win around the same amount of games. Come finals time, we've got a bit more experience. We should do okay.
Yeah.
I can't see us winning the flag, personally. Obviously, I hope so. But, no, I've got us at 6. I've got Collingwood at 5th. So that's one drop-off from last year. I just think the top 4 teams are still above them.
Yeah.
They had a great year last year. They won games that
they
we
did.
didn't
They
think
came out of
could win.
nowhere. They're the team that made the biggest jump.
Yeah.
No one thought they could be where they were.
They won a lot of close games.
No, that was their thing last year. And that's the difference between, the good and the bad teams is those 5-point games,
Definitely.
those 1-point games.
Then I've got Sydney in 4th.
Yeah.
I think Sydney are a great team. Sydney will play at least a prelim final.
Yep.
They're a great team. In Sydney, they've
always
virtually
been
never
a
get
great
beaten.
team.
They have been. Obviously,
always
Buddy
up
Franklin's
there.
coming to the end of his career. They've still got some good young forwards around him that will kick goals, gun midfield, good defence.
They look ready to...
They'll be
Some
up
of their
there.
players look ready to explode as well,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Brisbane at number 3, Dunkley. Ashcroft looks like a star.
They've still got Charlie Cameron. They've
Yep.
still got Neil.
Yeah, good players everywhere. They should be very good. Also hard to beat at home.
What do they call him? Chuck.
Yep.
Yep.
2, Melbourne. Melbourne are a great team. Trent Rivers, our mate, plays there.
They're just loaded.
And then that leaves the best team of the last 10 years, Geelong.
Oh, I wonder if Rock will be mad I didn't put them in the 4. They're always up there, always in finals, pretty much always in the 4. What can you say?
We'll go through Josh Rognetta's ladder now.
His is very similar to yours.
Okay, North Melbourne 18th, Hawthorn 17th, West Coast 16th, Essendon 15th, St Kilda 14th, Gold Coast 13th, Adelaide 12th, Port Adelaide 11th, GWS 10. He has them quite high.
Yep.
Bulldogs, he has
We've all
9th,
got
missing
them
out.
9th.
Yep. Carlton 8, Collingwood 7, Freo 6, same as me.
Yep.
Sydney 5th, Geelong 4th. So he's a Geelong supporter. He has them falling. Richmond 3, Melbourne 2, Brisbane 1. We'll go to Brownlow medal.
Brownlow, yes.
Okay, so we'll go with Josh Rognetta's Brownlow medalist for this year is Clayton Oliver.
Wow, okay.
He's been sniffing around for a few
he's
years.
been up and about. Yep.
Personally, I think him and Petrarca take too many votes off each other. I've gone with a joint Brownlow win.
Okay.
But I have Cripps
Again. Okay.
and Brayshaw.
Okay.
I think Brayshaw's a freak and will have a great year. Oliver and like Bont in that second
Up
or third. Yeah.
I'm going Petrarca. Because I think if it's going to happen, it's time.
Yep.
And I've been watching him on TikTok. He's been living good.
Yep. He's been eating healthy.
He went to Sydney the other day. He was having, blue crab bay, whatever it was called, with his missus, and had steak for dinner. Moreton Bay Buggy had for dinner. Had steak. He's living good, swimming every day. He's looking healthy.
All right, let's go to Coleman Medal. Who do you think will win, Dill?
I was tossing up between Lynch and Cameron.
Yep.
I might go Lynch.
I've gone Lynch and Josh has gone Lynch.
Yeah.
Rising Star?
Well, I went Ashcroft. I don't know much about
all did.
The Rising Stars. I don't pay a lot of attention to the draft classes. So I've just gone because everyone's been feeding it to me.
Premiers?
I'm going Brisbane.
Yeah? You think it's their final?
I'm going Brisbane because feeling I'm getting this year is like for the people who it's time, it's now. So that's why
you reckon the time is now?
Freo, the time's now. That's why I got them fourth. And I just think Brisbane, I like their additions. I want them to win because, I kind of like seeing interstate teams win.
Yep.
Just because I go for an interstate team as well. And I'd like to see Brisbane win. If they stop choking in the finals, I think they can do it.
Definitely.
Get a home final, keep it up there, try and win another flag.
For sure.
Who have you gone?
Reluctantly, I've gone Geelong back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
So did Josh Rognetta. He's a Geelong supporter. Yeah. I don't like Geelong just because of how good they are. Yeah. Like, it's just hard
how can you ever go against them?
Yeah.
It's tough.
No, they're a freakish team. Even though they're old, they proved last year that they can beat a young team by a lot.
Winning's just actually built in their culture as a club now. It's insane.
Losing is rare for them. We hope you enjoyed that. We have a goal kicking video coming out, which will be out within the next week. Yeah. So get around that. I hope you enjoy footy season. Much love. Subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you soon.